Guys, before I start the video off right quick, just thought I'd show you guys this. This is the bathroom at the Dunkin' Donuts over on Ashland in Milwaukee. Check this out. We got M Block graffiti. I'll put the camera up close to it. And I doubt this was actually them, like M Block. You're going to see just in a little writing. It might have just been like a fan or something like that. But yeah, we got MLDs. We got, people dissing the Kings, IGs all over the place. I'll put up another one of the bathroom over in Sacramento and Belmont. Yeah, you can see a lot of the Latino gangs up here, man. But yeah, M Block up at Ashland and Milwaukee. Everybody's everywhere these days, man. Everybody's everywhere. So anyways, getting out of this video. So I know most of you guys already heard by now about what happened to 6ix9ine over at LA Fitness down in Florida. And you can see in this video, I'm walking through a group of projects that used to be run by the Latin Kings back in the day, man. And that apparently, according to what they claimed publicly on social media, was the gang that caught him and assaulted him over there at the gym. So any charges coming against him so far, I haven't heard of anything, man. But this was something that, well, it doesn't surprise me in this day and age. But I wanted to get you guys' feedback on this in the comment section. Find out what you guys thought about this. I really don't have any information about the incident beyond what you've already heard in the media. But I just wanted to see what you guys thought about this, man, because the self-snitching, bro. I mean, typically you see that level of self-snitching from younger guys, but these guys appear to be older. And one, okay, they're claiming their gang. They're saying what they are. Okay, they're putting the crown, on social media and stuff. And they're letting the police, everybody that's watching this know exactly what they claim. Then they're committing a crime, right? I mean, assault and battery, filming themselves doing it, recording themselves doing it. Okay, they're not covering their faces, everything is like right there. They're, claiming the gang while committing this crime. Now in Chicago, in the state of Illinois, I believe, if you're a gang member, it makes a lot of different types of crimes worse as far as like the potential sentence you can get. I know, like for a gun, it's like possession of a gun by a known gang member is like worse than just a straight up gun possession. If any of you guys that are from Florida, you guys can let me know in the comments section, man, if it's the same over there. Like having gang affiliation, being a documented gang member exacerbates like the level of any crime basically that you commit. But they're claiming this gang while committing this assault and battery. Okay, now that's the first two things. Not only that, but they're committing this assault and battery against a guy who's a documented federal informant. So my understanding is that those guys, like if you beat up somebody who is a federal informant and they can determine that the motive was the fact that he cooperated, that could possibly be like an additional charge, because it's like, in a way, you're almost like going at the government, like you're attacking a government operation, by going at somebody who was assisting them because of his assistance to them, and it could potentially threaten their ability to prosecute future cases and get cooperation in future cases, because sending a message that this is what's going to happen to you if you cooperate with the government. Well, that's, could potentially intimidate other people away from doing that, and that impedes their ability to do their job. So it's like almost like a sideways attack on the government. The dude is saying right there on camera, I'm going to be famous now. I'm going to be famous now. And whether or not he was being sarcastic or whatever, what he was saying is true, because he is famous now. And, there's nothing gained from this incident other than fame and risk, like legal risk. And again, man, seeing a guy like, that appears to be like almost my age doing this, and guys that are like older doing this, man, like this is the type of thing that you expect kids to do, but not older guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Like in our generation, like the whole thing was different. This social media thing has got everybody like twisted. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, though, man. What you thought of the whole thing. And 6ix9ine, he went to the hospital, but his injuries apparently weren't too severe. Honestly, the beating, they didn't look like they were actually really doing any serious harm to him. Saying like the kick and everything. Like I've seen guys get violated many times, and the type of kicks that they're using, when they give guys violations, and this is sometimes to their own homies. like, okay, he did something out of order, so now he's got to get a 2-minute violation or whatever. Well, 2 minutes is long, like a 30-second violation, 1 minute violation. The whole thing with snitching with 6ix9ine, like, I'm a firm believer that civilians who get caught up, in street beef, whether they were the victims of crossfire or whether they, their grandma's house got broken into, something like people that are not in the streets that get victimized by people that are in the streets, and this frequently happens. They should not be expected not to tell, okay, because they didn't sign up for that. They never tried to live that life and be about that. So for them to be expected to live by the same code that the guys in the street are supposed to live by, and most times don't even live by, that's an unrealistic expectation, because the fact is, when guys in the streets involve people that are not in the streets, they already broke the code, because you're not supposed to involve anybody that's not in the streets. That's just as much as part of the street code as the don't snitch code. Okay, now 6ix9ine, he's different because he was trying to do that street stuff, with the whole rap thing, and I mean, it helped him get on, but at the same time, like, it cost him a lot more he can ever quantify. So it came back to haunt him. So for him to go tell is different. I look at that kind of like as almost like stabbing himself in the back. He's going against something that he signed up to do at some point. Okay, maybe he didn't like get jumped in and learn the lit and do all that stuff to join that gang that he was out in New York, but he was still hanging with those guys. He was still, those guys were still helping him to get on, providing security for him and everything. And then he's telling, like, going informant. Like, that's not the same thing as like a real neutron. And in 6ix9ine, in some ways, I do look at as a neutron, but at the same time, it's like he was a neutron hanging with gang members, and in a lot of ways, that's like kind of worse, because it's like you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and then you want all the benefits of being in that life with like none of the risk. So like, this is what I see a lot of guys doing this. Like, they hang out with these gang members, and it's like you end up taking all the risk that's involved with that life, because everybody sees you as part of them now, not standing on anything that you're supposed to stand on. And not the guys in the life stand on it either, but the neutrons that hang out with them, man, that to me is like extra foul, because you're involving everybody around you, your family, your mom, all them. Like, now they're getting caught up in this because you hang with these guys for what? Now 6ix9ine was benefiting off of it, like financially too, but at the end of the day, man, to me, it cost him more than it was worth. And this is just one incident, long string of things that have been going on and could possibly continue to go on. Like, he's lucky that it's only been this bad so far, man. So yeah, this is something that guys need to think about before they even get involved in that life, because when you're looking at those numbers, okay, you're going to want to talk, okay? So if you're part of that life, you really can't without like consequences that I think are even worse than being locked up. But that's something guys need to think about beforehand. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, though, man. And let me know anybody from Florida what that law is down there. If being in a gang makes it even worse for these guys telling on themselves and claiming their gang, while beating up a federal informant live on camera. Your boy Winnie C. Report.